be making a few more spring decorating ideas. For this next project, you're going to grab 3 mason jars and you're going to paint each one the color of our themes. So one will be purple, one will be blue, and the other will be pink. Now to embellish our little jars, we're going to use some twine and we're going to wrap it around. I don't want to big tail. In each of the mason jars, I added some flowers that matched the colors, and so everything coordinated. We're now going to take some strands of these lavenders, and we're going to make a beautiful wreath. Why not? First, we need our clippers, if we can find them amongst the craziness around here. All right. So I'm going to start with 2. Oops. From each, and we'll go from there. I'll just put these here in case we need more. Zip ties. Or can we just, so we're going to bend them, right? Bend them. Now we'll be alternating them. One to the other. Do we see how that goes? Like that? And then we'll do the next one. Yep. I think we should be good with 4. See? Okay. So zippity doo dah number 1. There we go. Zippity doo dah number 2. I was losing my mind here. Zippity-doo da number 3. Oops. Why am I working this way? Oh, sorry. I forgot to make sure I was under the camera. And now zippity-doo da number 4. And look at that. Here we go. So this one. This one needs to be tied into that one. Like so. And I have one more to do. There we go. And that would be this one. And here we go. So we've loosely zipped these together. I prefer to zip them rather than just twisting them together. It's just my preference. And you can literally place, just gonna, there we go. Oh, see? And voila, we have our little wreath. It's how you put together a frame. So basically you've got slots and a piece that sticks out, that's been chiseled out, and you're basically sitting them one into the other. And it's this simple. And then once you've constructed it, your last piece is the trickiest, and even at that, it's pretty simple. Here we go, there's one, and there's two, and there you have it. Full-on frame. If it's not square, you can hammer it in. There's like this side here is not quite sitting right. You can paint it, stain it, do as you please. That's simple. Once you've added the finish that you wanted on your frame, you can then now finish it. In this case, I'm going to be adding a sheet of mirror. Now I got these at Amazon. It was a package of 10, which was the best deal for me. And I'm taking one sheet. I'm removing the top film to expose the mirror. The backing is a peel and stick glue on as well if you wanted to do that. We're not going to use that part. I'm simply going to staple it to the back of the frame in order to make a picture frame. I then take a clear command hook and stick it to the mirror at a position that I am comfortable with. So not necessarily in the middle. It's 3/4 of the way up, and I will be cutting the piece of the strip that you actually pull because I don't want it to be visible. This next piece is actually simple for some, but could be complicated for others, which is why I decided to do it anyways. You're going to start and go to Google And in the search bar, you're going to add flower clip art. You would then get a pop-up. I want you to click next to the all, I want you to click images. And this is what will pop up. As you see, when you scroll down, there's a large amount of flowers that you can select. I decided on flowers for this theme because it's spring and my theme has to do with flowers. So you're going to pick the one that you want. Once you have done that, you can actually grab it by using the snipping tool, should you wish to do the snipping tool, or actually download the image. It all depends on how or what you want to do. Some of these are free, some of them are not. That'll be up to you. Once you've decided which one you want and that you've clipped it, you're going to then open a Word document and paste your image onto your Word document. Now, this is the one that I selected to do my project. And if I bring my cursor to the right of this, I can then push it down. There we go. And with your space bar, you can push it to the middle. Position it to where you want it. And then if you look at my original design, I actually added some corners to it. So in order to do that, you're going to go into your Insert, Shapes, and then you select the shape that you want. This is the shape that I picked. And then you can manipulate it to how big or how small you want it and how thick you want it. So let's say that I want mine like that. There we go. And I can make it longer on both sides. Come on. I moved it. And then I can make it thinner. There we go. And I wanted it in green. And so if you right click, you see fill. When you click on fill, there's going to be a variety of colors that pop up. You pick the color that you want. Green was the color that I had picked. Let's just grab this one, and voila. Now I put one in each corner. So you're going to right click, copy, right click, paste, and there's your second one. Let's bring it down to the bottom. And in here, that little squirrely thing, flip it. Voila. Right click, paste another one. Bring it to the other side. Flip it. Oopsie daisy. Here we go. Straight up. Let's bring it even. This one again. Right click, paste. Bring it to this side. Flip it. And there you go. Now we have our four. We're not centered, but we have our four. Here we go. Let's make sure we're centered. Okay. Now in order to put in some writing, I put mine as a header. As a header, it's Flower Farm. It has an established date. And so in order to add this writing, you are going to do Insert, Text Box. It's a simple text box. You can move it to where you want by clicking it like so, and there we go, it moves. Grab this one, but we can move that the same way we had it originally. First we're concentrating on this. Now we're going to type flower. And then you can change the type of writing. Let's say I want this. And we can make it bigger. 72 is a little too big. Let's shrink that a bit. There. and we can make our box bigger or smaller. There you go. And then if you manipulate this box, you can center it up. There we go. Let's center that. That looks good there. Gonna move that down a bit. There we go. We're partly done. In order to write the established and the date, same thing. You're going to do add a box. So insert, add a text box. You can make it smaller, then move it over. There you go. And you can change the writing again. Now, the one thing I haven't showed you yet is how to remove the square of the box so that it looks like your writing is just within the page without the box. So highlight your box by clicking on it, right click, under Format Shape, you're going to see either fill or line. We are concentrating on the lines. So line, we say no line, and look at that, our lines are gone. And this is what it ended up being. So we have our corners. I have a flower farm, picked fresh daily, and established in 1897. I ended up picking the date that my grandfather, the year that he was born. And so that's just, it's a random date. It's irrelevant to nothing except for the sake of this portrait that we're making. And the two lines are basically just an underscore all the way through. And then you're just going to save it and print it. Once it's printed, you can put it in a frame of your choice. I put mine in an acrylic stand simply because I had some on hand and nothing else to do with it, and so I used it.